we in there, baby. We live.
Did you just go live without checking the?
I was just checking. I was seeing.
But you're live now.
Uh-huh.
So you're not checking. You're live.
I just want to see how it's gonna work.
You can't do that.
What you want to do?
It started. What do you mean?
All right, then we out here, baby. Application of knowledge. We in this piece, man.
I don't think you know what a test is.
It.
It gives you the option to.
Oh, it does? I didn't know that. I didn't know it gave you a test on YouTube. It's all good.
Yeah, it shows up just like this. It just doesn't say live.
It's all good. You know what I mean?
Let's see if we can
Alrighty.
make sure the volume is working and everything.
Yeah, make sure the volume is good. We're gonna do a little test for the first 2 minutes live. You know what I mean? So
Because we don't have an option.
No, we don't have option.
Mel took the option away from us. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I'm glad that's over.
yeah, we out here, baby.
Yeah.
We good. We looking good, baby.
Did you test the sound?
We good. We're right here, baby. Sound right here.
I don't hear it.
Did you test the sound? You know what I mean? Does that sound good?
So should we share this?
If you want to, go ahead.
I mean, isn't that the point of us going live?
Nigga, we live because we live, man. I mean, I already had it like pre-scheduled for this particular time. Anyway,
Did you
30 minutes.
share it?
It's 30 minutes late, so.
I shared it with people who are subscribed to the channel. I didn't share it to like a website or anything. Where else you want me to share it? Like a Twitter or YouTube or
No, I'm sorry. That was a silly question.
IG or Facebook?
I don't know.
Might want to get the show started.
Welcome.
Y'all see what we did with behind the cameras.
Right. Welcome to the application of knowledge. I am Animated Mel. We have Chris James in the building. We have Stephen Michael in the building. And this is our first live. And we have one viewer. Shout out to the one viewer, baby.
I think it's you.
It's me.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Stephen watching us while potting. You know what I mean?
How do I share this?
And yeah, man. I guess we'll make this a consistent thing, or we'll, you know what I mean? We'll see how it roll out. But this is episode
70.
Oh, it's episode 70. And today's topic is talking about
Hey, man, how do I share this?
what it's like to date you. You can probably hit the little 3 dots.
3 letters, 3 dots.
Yeah.
No, ain't none there.
A share button right here.
What is it? How does that help me?
I don't
Nigga,
know.
figure it out, man. You a
Figure it out.
millennial. Figure it out, man. All right, but what is it like to date you? Don't even worry about that, man. Just podcast, man. You're doing too much.
I'm sorry. We are live, so people can join and interact with us.
They'll come.
In order for come
We
from
have 3
where?
views already. We have people who subscribe to the channel. Just like pod, and it'll happen organically. We have 4
right,
views
yeah.
already. Just
It's YouTube.
this isn't whatever you do for AOK or in the group. It'll happen, man. Like it'll come. That's just pod like we normally
Steven
do.
is completely flabbergasted.
I mean, it's no problem to share it. I'm just saying, like, you're more focused on that than actually podcasting.
I'm not. I can talk.
All right, then. Let's just do that. Let's do what we normally do.
I'm usually starting on my phone.
That's true. He usually posts on Instagram.
And he's not on Instagram now. All right, hey, go ahead, do your thing.
You got 4
Do your
people
thing.
watching, so I don't know if you want to talk to them.
That's what I'm saying. We are live and
Listen, those 4 people are precious. Say what up in the chat, man. Let us know you're an actual person, not a bot.
yeah.
Is it actually 4 people watching us, or are they bots?
I don't know, man. It's probably a bot. Got 4 bots monitoring each of us and the channel. But okay, the topic that we're going to be talking about is what it's like to date you. And I've been watching a lot of Kevin Samuels videos, man.
The late great.
He is totally unappreciated. And a lot of things that he's been talking about, it's so evident. Like, I just been, like, while I'm working, I'll just be having them in the background playing. I'm just like, yes, talk that talk, Kev, talk that talk. So it made me think, like, man, what is it actually like to date you? Chris.
Well, don't start with me.
All right, I'll start with myself.
Yeah,
again.
start with yourself.
What is it like?
I want to hear an honest review, too. I don't want to hear that sugar-coated.
I'm going to keep it a buck.
Okay, let's
I'm
do
going
it.
to keep it a buck. What is it like to date me? Dating me is like dating.
A roller coaster ride.
Hey, that's actually, that's probably a good analogy.
Yeah.
But I'm like a good balance of everything, me personally, because I do give a lot and also I expect a lot, and I'm very open-minded when it comes to the things that I'm speaking about. So, when I'm in a relationship, I like to have fun. You know, I like to go on dates. I like to travel. I like to explore the world and do things that are exciting. But also I like to chill. I'm a chill dude at times. You know, I like to chill back and not even have to worry about going places. You know, it's like it comes in spurts. Like sometimes I'm like, all right, let's just go. We can go 3 weeks somewhere. Not like a whole 3 weeks, but just like every week or something like that. But then I just want to chill, you know. I don't want too much yap, all that talk. I'm not with it. Like I'm not the guy that's, you know, like we can have a conversation, but I'm not the guy that you are going to go to. I'm not with that.
I don't know what that means.
When it comes to just talking needlessly, like if there's no point of talking, like if we're watching TV, all right, let's watch TV, and we don't need to be talking about anything else if it's not relating to the show. Like, yes, it can be small talk, but having a full-blown conversation when I'm trying to focus on this show, especially if I'm really into it.
What if it's about the show?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said it's fine, but if just have a full-blown conversation where it takes me off of what's happening, it's annoying. I mean, because, you know, we do it all the time when we go to see Marvel movies.
Yeah, I like doing that.
Yeah, you know, like we comment and talk about it all the time, man, which is cool. But someone trying to have a full-blown conversation about a particular actor and they go into deep conversation where I'm trying to just focus on the movie and I have to pause the movie and I'll be like, all right.
But it's about the show, though.
Yes, I don't want to do that. We can talk about this shit later. I want to watch the movie now. I don't want to spend 30 minutes talking about an actor or whatever they're doing. If it's about the show, it's different. It's in the moment. We can get excited. But if it's deterring off of the show into this character or this particular actor.
He played in this other movie.
Exactly.
Hold on a second. If we're talking about actors or characters in the show, which is about the show.
No, you said actor. You said actors, not characters. You're changing it.
Okay, am I? Is an actor and a character different?
Yes. Wesley Snipes isn't Blade in real life.
Okay, so you are talking. I just want to be clear what you're talking about. So you're saying that if you are talking about the actual show, as in, if you're talking about Blade, right? Oh, who is this guy? Okay,
Yeah, if I'm watching Blade, okay, let's talk about Blade.
This is Blade.
I don't wanna
He's
be
a
talking-
demon.
I
He's
don't
a
wanna be-
vampire slayer.
Yeah, I'm not talking about White Man
Wesley
Can't Jump.
Snipes. He plays in White Man Can't Jump. He plays in.
Oh,
well,
they
look,
just
did
can't-
you
they
hear
just
about
remade that.
Did you hear about Wesley Snipes and his issue with taxes? Like, so you're talking about off of that. So not the actual person themselves or the actor and and what they may have played in. You don't want to talk about that. But if it is about the actual,
I just want to focus on what's happening and not anything that has not to do with
Steve,
the primary.
You
thing.
know exactly what this man is talking
he's
about.
going way
no,
too deep.
I'm just clarifying.
You're not clarifying. You know
I am.
exactly what he's talking about because
Okay.
you've dealt with women before.
I mean,
So they don't have any respect. They don't have any respect for what you're doing. The only thing that matters to them is what they want to say.
well, we also understand that women like to communicate in circles. So we understand that men communicate very directly, women communicate in circles. So
Yeah.
that's the vibe.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, I understand that.
But I'm explaining what it's like to date me.
From whose point of view?
For how it's like to date me.
From whose point of
What
view?
I don't like and what I do like. What is it like to date me?
From your point of view?
I can't speak from anyone else's. It's me.
Well, they could have gave you feedback. I mean, I don't know when you say what it's like to date me. From whose point of view are we talking about?
Okay, let's talk about from a girl's point of view what it's like to date Mel. Heartless.
Oh yeah, heartless.
Emotionless.
You have no emotions.
Low empathy.
You don't care.
We got it down there.
Your boy, you got your boy, man.
That's your boy.
That's your boy who wrote your song, man.
Oh, okay.
Show him some love.
Hey,
Show him some
shout
love.
Shout out.
Show him some love.
I already did. I did it in the last one. Don't make it
But he
weird.
did it live
right here,
now.
right
That's
now.
Hey man, I appreciate you writing that damn song, man. Shit, that made me feel good.
Hey man, that was a good song.
What's the dude? Angry reactions. Hey man, I appreciate that song. It made me feel good on the inside. Thank you.
I don't know that.
Yeah, angry reactions. His face is. He's always in the camera. He's like, oh.
Nah, I never heard of him either.
What?
That might be of Tyrone. You remember that dude?
Yes.
I'm Tyrone.
Yeah.
Fuck this cigarette.
Yes. Yes. His angry reactions. He reacts to stuff, but he does it in an angry way.
Fino. See, Fino was good.
Hey, y'all can thank me for all this live. I had to encourage.
Huh?
I had to encourage the live.
This was my idea. What are you talking
You were the
about?
most resistant.
we literally had a conversation when Steven was out of town, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I was thinking about we should go live." And, and you was like,
Steve,
"Episode
you weren't here when we
69."
very first talked
I was here.
about it? Yeah, that's what I thought.
You was like,
You don't remember.
Episode 69.
You're thinking about the wrong thing. Last week I was like, we should do it for 69.
Don't be thanking Chris.
No, y'all.
Thank
hey,
me.
y'all are
Don't be
welcome.
thanking Chris. Thank me.
You know, the funny thing is that you said that he was resistant, and it made me think about, because this is the application of knowledge podcast, so applying our knowledge, and it made me think about resistant starch. So
Starch?
resistant starch.
Is that like an ingredient?
No, starch is a food. But it is type of starch. So one of the ways that you increase resistant starch is a type of fiber, right? So it's most commonly talked about in potatoes for like diabetics. So people that can't eat, they say they shouldn't eat potatoes because it increases glucose, which the glucose in starch is actually really good for you. But anyway, what? I'm making a point. I'm explaining to the people, man. They need to.
I haven't said anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just your face. Anyway, the way that you create resistant starch or increase resistant starch in high starchy foods is by heating them up. So then putting energy, effort into them, they will resist, right? And then you have to let them cool down, right? So they cool down, and then they become more less resistant, and then you can heat them back up and eat them again. So it made me think about resistant starch because Chris is the one that originally came up with the idea, even though you were against it. So you were resisting, and then afterwards,
I was never against it.
okay, but then afterwards, then after you cooled down, right after he cooked you, then you became open to it. I won't say that you were resistant to the idea.
He wasn't resistant to the idea. He just it's your process, the way you process information. It's like, dang, y'all don't know. I was gonna say ohms of resistance, but this would be a whole different lecture. That's a lecture.
The point is not that you were necessarily resistant to it. That's beyond the entire point. The point is that it was not a simple process, but as soon as it was introduced, and then it was digested, then it was able to come to fruition. It made me think about resistant starch. How sometimes
Okay.
don't
What is
get
it
hung
like
up,
to date you?
don't get hung up on the word
Hold on.
resistant.
Before we do that, this comment, as a side note, did y'all know that Andrew Tate was predicted in The Simpsons?
In The Simpsons? Really?
Bro, I need to know episode.
What episode was that?
That's crazy.
That's wild. Or was it created by AI?
And I need to know the episode because if they predict Andrew Tate before Andrew Tate got popular, then, obviously. Because Andrew Tate really didn't come out until like 2021 or 2022, something like that.
Yeah, at the height of the You know what? We're not gonna say anything about that. Not
you know
now.
we live right now.
Yeah,
you
we
can't say certain.
You can't
Hey,
edit.
you gotta censor yourself, Steve.
Yeah, you got
in real time.
Yeah, Steven, you gotta censor yourself, man.
I'm sorry. What? I am probably the easiest one to censor. I don't say anything.
Okay.
Okay, and to finish my point,
Go ahead,
right?
finish
About resistance?
Because
No, potato
yes,
starch.
because no, it wasn't potato starch. See, this is a great example of what I'm talking about.
What potato starch?
It's right. You're very resistant.
I'm not resistant. Why? Hold on.
You're not resistant right now in the moment talking about what we're talking about, but
What?
in general, you are a resistant person.
Give me an example.
Mel, don't do this.
See, this is what I'm saying.
No, give
You
me
are. You have said yourself. Okay, Mel.
When
I'll
it
give
com-
you. No. Let me say-
Give me an example.
Why you getting so
How I
hyped?
resisted.
Mel, you are, okay? You have said yourself that when you grew up, you always heard no, and your mom always taught you to say no to things.
Okay.
Right. So automatically you are.
But that is evident. That's something that's always been prevalent. But what have I done that's been resistant?
Is that not Mel?
What have I currently done within the past month or two that's been resistant?
Is that
What have I done that's been resistant?
Mel? You have of your own fruition just agreed that you by automatically defaulting to
saying
no
no
for things is resistant.
It's immediate reaction, and then it's an immediate change. That's not a resistance.
Is
That's
it immediate?
acknowledging. That's something that's within me resistant. Like, you know what? Finding ways to not do it and getting away
but
from
what
it.
if it was not always immediate?
What?
What
If it's not always immediate, everything is it takes a thought process. You think about it, and then it happens. For me, it's like 3 seconds. Like I'll think about something like, nah, I'm good. And
so
then that's it.
so that in the sense of my
But resistance is not even acknowledging the point of trying to do it. It's just fighting the ways of getting into the position to do something.
I mean, I don't think
I'm open to absolutely everything. I have the most open mind in the world.
You're open to everything.
It's not me. Most things. None of that. You know what I mean? I ain't on that.
no A B C
I'm
D
gonna
1
challenge
2
that
3.
I ain't on that.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying that necessarily I didn't say it as a bad thing. I just said it reminded me of
Potato starch.
It's not potato starch.
it's me being
resistant starch.
Okay. All right, man. I don't care. Can we get
It
back to the
doesn't matter
topic
if you care. It's on topic.
about dating? How it is to date you?
It's not.
We're talking about Wesley Snipes. Now we get into potato starch.
It's all on topic.
Okay. All right.
So to define Mel, dating Mel is
It's like potato starch.
It's not potato starch. It's
resistant.
resistant
you
starch.
have to heat up and then
Sometimes you have to put an idea in the area, warm
Have
the
you ever-
person
have
up
you ever
to
dated
it.
me?
Warm it. I don't have to date you to understand some things that you do.
Then okay, then when I'm dating, how am I? How am I resistant when I'm dating?
I've never
What-
dated you,
All
Mel.
right, then. So
but
how can you say how I am when I'm dating
but
someone
you're
when
not-
it comes to resisting?
But you're not a different person. You're still the same person.
No, I'm not. I'm not
he
intimate.
does change. That's true.
I am not.
But you so okay.
You're speaking as you know me, not how I am when I'm dating,
I-
which is the main focus.
Okay,
Dating, how it is to date me.
I understand.
If you want to go on a date, let's do it. But every time I try to take you out, you always come up with some excuse.
And that's actually fact.
Always come up with some excuse.
That's actually
Yeah, but I'm back outside now.
Now you're
I'm,
back
I'm
outside.
I'm not on like 1 foot outside. I'm not the
fact.
whole
You
way,
definitely are back outside.
but I'm 1 foot.
I would be surprised if you wasn't skating. You're not skating yet.
Not yet. That's why I'm not the whole way outside.
Yeah, me.
Listen, all I was saying is that based upon the conversation, it reminded me of a chemical process that sometimes we have to go through in order for us to get to a desired result. And sometimes, let's say that Mel is not resistant starch. What you said or the conversation made me think about it. And it made me think about dating and how sometimes people will not accept or take something off top, and then they need to warm up to the idea of something. And then when the emotions calm down or when the heightened level of emotion decreases, then they can be more open and receptive to what that thing is. Right?
They said they said take him to the Capitol to grill.
Now we can't eat there. Ain't no point. We can't. You can't even eat there.
I-
You can
you
get
know.
fries.
Capital de Grill.
Get some-
Did they
you
write
get
it like
some
that too?
Yeah,
resistant
Capital de Grill.
potatoes.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
Do I recommend Tinder? Absolutely not.
I mean,
I don't
I'm
do- I
not
don't-
even on
You know
Tinder.
what's
I don't
funny?
do
I was
well on
actually,
Tinder.
I think I was talking to Chris about this earlier and Steven about this yesterday. That I was thinking about getting back on like the dating websites, and we typically get on like Hinge or whatever.
Hinge is the best dating website.
Yeah, it's the highest quality. And Tinder, I got on there like when it like first started, but now it's like you have to pay to do everything on there.
Oh, for real? You can't just.
They limit you a lot though.
Yeah, because remember we used to have ways where we used to share the profile, come back later, and all that stuff. But now they took away. They probably caught on to it.
Oh,
they
you
caught
can
on to
share it, come back later, and then swipe
And then
on them.
super like and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah, but
Dang man, you remember that?
oh yeah, that's throwback, man. We was out there
All of a
hustling.
sudden, get all these random profiles. Like, Mel, you send me profiles that ain't for you. It's so I can save it, so I can come back to it.
Yeah, me. But now it's all about making money, obviously, because they probably see how much men are on that website and how much money they probably invest into it. And women are typically, I don't think women.
They don't pay for anything.
Yeah, but I don't think women would have to pay for those type of websites.
Why? Why would they?
They don't.
They
Just like-
they literally get the. I mean, I've had women that I was talking to on the sites, and the one girl was talking about how she hates guys that use filters, and I'm like, you got guys on that side using filters?
Guys use filters?
Yeah.
I've never used a filter.
Well, she just was, and I was just like, guys don't use filters, right? I said the same thing. So then she screen recorded her going through all her likes, and now granted, she only found like 2 guys with filters, but it was just the amount of likes
that she had.
I mean, just scrolling, just people that she could either like or not like.
Yep.
And
It's all nice.
and it's just like she was like, I don't even have to swipe. I just go through my likes.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to
a
go.
lot of women do. They
Right.
don't- They just go through their
You don't
life.
even have to. They don't have to go through and swipe. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to run out. Maybe this is a great time. I don't know. Maybe it's
No,
whatever.
that's normal.
But they literally don't even have to swipe. They just go through the likes. And it's just like when you have, this is part of what's wrong with the dating world or with our society. When you have that much attention or access, then it makes you feel as though something that you're not.
Yeah, it's
right?
like you have like an entitlement.
Right.
Yeah.
It somebody said like it gives you the illusion of, something greater.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, just because all these guys are here doesn't mean that all of them want to marry you. It doesn't mean they all actually are real. Doesn't mean they all even like you. Some of them just like the first pick.
Well, also men, because of how hard it is on our sides, a lot of men will just swipe right
just
on everybody.
swipe and then just see who likes
and then
them.
see who likes them.
Yeah.
So women don't understand these things, and they just because no matter what you are, if you're a woman with no picture, your likes are just through the roof.
Somebody will like it.
Oh yeah, they're going to.
I saw a woman today who literally she called herself Blank Woman. I should have screenshotted it. Her Blank Woman, and all her pictures were pictures of like her stomach, her butt, and there was like 2 pictures where they were full body, but she blocked her face off. Every single picture. I'm just like, what? Like what? Like, and it wasn't
do
like,
it.
and it wasn't like she was advertising sex. She legitimately, based upon her way her profile looked, she was looking for a guy, like a relationship. And it's just like, you don't have you've removed your face. But why can they do that? Because dudes will still swipe.
They're
on
gonna
them.
swipe.
They'll see her body and be like, "Oh, I still hit." Like, and I'm like, bro, I've never seen that before. That was the first.
Really?
Yeah, not that. Like, now, granted, like you talk about old stuff where people have certain jobs and they're like, I don't want to show my thing.
No, I've just seen people not show their face. Period. There's
Their whole profile.
They would like either have their phone
in front of their face. Yep.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like this. Literally every picture was just her body, and then the pictures that were full body, they were intentionally, she like edited them. Like there's literally a swipe through them. So, I mean, I've seen pictures or profiles where literally they got their phone like this, right in front of their face, so you can't see them. And I'm like, bro, why would you even do that? I can't see your face.
Because they don't care. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said that if you're watching a show, Mel, like, I want to watch my show. Women don't care that you're watching the show. She doesn't care what you're doing. What she cares about is what she wants to say. And then Steve started talking about they talk in circles. But it's the same thing on the dating apps. They don't care how men experience them. They care what they want. That's the reason why women can't get men, because they don't care about what we want. They don't care. They don't take 5 seconds to think, what would a man want? How would a man perceive me? Like, how does this look to a man? They do not care.
Yeah, there's many times that I've been in like conversations when I'm watching a film or just trying to watch some anime or something. Especially if I'm trying to watch some anime.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm trying to get them like, yo, check this anime out. And they start talking or looking at their phone. I'm just like, yo, can we? Yo, you missing the good part. You missing the good part. I'm just like, come on, man. Like, don't say you're interested in Death Note if you're going to be on your phone all day. Like, watch this episode, man. Because especially if it's like Yagami, man, they be getting into some good stuff, man.
You said Yagami.
Like Yagami?
Oh, light.
Yeah, But there's plenty of things, but we stayed on that part pretty long as far as the. But when it comes to dating me, I know.
There's more.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. You know what? Fuck me.
Damn.
Fuck me. No, we're not talking about me no more. Let's move.
We've been on you for
an
hour.
I know. Let's move to Chris. Chris James, how is it like to date you? Like, if a woman was to be in your life and she was to date you, how would the experience be, and how would your temperament be, and all that good stuff?
I change based on who I'm dating. So, I'm not saying that I give energy. What do they say? I return energy or something like that. Women
Match energy.
Match energy. I
hate that.
don't do that. That's immature.
Match energy.
Yes.
Match your low vibes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I'm saying like, nah, we don't do that.
It's always a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like,
you mean match energy.
First of all, if I'm high vibrating, you can't match me. You can't just say, oh, you know what I mean? If I vibrate higher than you can't just match me.
Right. So I match energy. No, you can't match me.
So you're basically saying that when niggas be on that F-boy stuff, I'm going to match that. That's all it's saying.
I mean, right.
I hate that.
I didn't even think of it that way.
Really?
I thought of it. See, we have different experiences.
A woman that matches your energy.
I see it as when she says I match energy, I look at it probably from, plus I haven't been in the dating market. So I see it as.
Bet to have a hot boy summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Summer on the way.
It is on the way. I don't know. Like, I see it as like, if you I was gonna say, if you do something for me, I'm gonna do something for you, right? Which is probably not
really.
Right.
That's what
it's just my initial, like, that's what that's the hopeful part of me.
Oh, okay.
Right. The positive part. Like, if you put time and energy into me, I'll put time and energy into you. But if you stop putting time and energy into me, I'll stop putting time and energy into you.
I can see that as being something that's. Because in my personal experience, I would put forth an effort as far as like, doing things, taking you places and stuff like that. Now, if that's just being the norm and it's not reciprocated, you're done.
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of give, because while we have different love languages and things of that, I like to be shown that I'm appreciated. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the exact same way that I give it, but as long as you show that you're, putting forth some effort to show that you appreciate me in some capacity, So it's like, if I take you on a date, you don't have to take me on a date. Maybe you can give me a. Maybe give me a back rub or something.
A back rub.
Back rub.
A back rub, dude. I have never.
Match energy in a different way.
Yeah,
you don't have to. Energy is energy. It doesn't need to be presented or given in the same way.
Right. As long as you show it in some capacity that you rock out with me, man.
I'm a talk about, okay, so like I said, when I date women, it's different based on the women, right? But I guess my long-term relationships is probably maybe what I should talk about. So you typically, if I'm in a long-term relationship with you, you're taken care of. So what I don't do is I don't simp. So
I was about to say. I was literally about to say.
We could stop right there, but you are going to be taken care of. Though.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I missed it. What'd you say?
Because you was reading.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said
we're watching. We're podcasting. Pay attention to the podcast. I don't like it when
I'm not on my phone.
I don't like it when
I'm not
you...
on my phone.
Okay. I'm not the one
All
that has
right,
a problem.
then.
I'm not
So
the one
let
that has
me
a problem with
find
that.
out what he said. What'd you say?
We don't like it when...
I said when I'm in a long-term relationship with a woman, like somebody that I'm spending like real time with, they're taken care of.
Okay.
So, you know,
I thought I heard simp.
right?
did.
Because Steven tried to instantly play me.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
You
because
felt it.
It's
You
not.
felt it.
It was obvious, and because there's a difference between simping. Okay, simping is like thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Like when a dude is thirsty.
You've never been a simp in your life?
Come on now.
Yes,
We all been Simpsons.
How do we define a simp, though?
thirsty.
Thirsty?
I think that's a really good way to define a simp.
Okay.
When you're thirsty, you'll do things to get a drink of water.
A simp would be someone who is doing things and not doing it out of the kindness of their heart, but doing it expecting something in return that is sexual. We'll say.
Well, it doesn't have to be sexual.
I think.
Okay.
I define how I typically see simp being explained, or it's like someone, no matter what the woman does, she can do no wrong, and they'll always be on her side to appease her on some level, and maybe they have some expectation to get some kind of gratification, acknowledging with their behavior.
Okay. Look at the people made some comments what they think simp.
the chat.
The chat.
Simple-minded, disregarding your principles for someone else. Okay, you know what, Christian? I think that's a.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to define it. It's really going out of your way to present a facade to get something in return. Like,
Let's see if we can look up.
I think. Look at Urban Dictionary. I think
is that going to be our official?
No, just it'll give us a basis.
I think we have a basis. Go ahead.
a level of I think that it's founded in people pleasing. So a simp would be
a silly or foolish person.
a simp.
No.
That's what it says on like the first.
Oh, that's not.
A simp is slang for a person, typically a man, who is desperate for the attention and affection of someone else.
Okay.
Typically a woman.
Okay.
Thirsty.
They say typically they getting
No, they got it. Oh, they're trying to be.
yeah they getting
so?
inclusive.
Are there female simps?
Not really.
I mean, there could be.
There's always the exception to the rule, but we don't work in that world,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
No, there's
Yeah,
no
these
female
simps are men.
Simps are men.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Simpsons.
So I take care of my women. You're going to get annoyed with me though. I'm not easy to work with. I'm not easy to work with at all. So if you rock with me long term, you have to really rock with me because you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it.
What, man?
What are you thinking? You know that's true.
I know. I'm thinking like. I'm just thinking.
What?
I'm just thinking like, am I easy to?
No, you're
but
not
that's why I didn't say anything because I knew what y'all was gonna
Yeah,
say.
no.
So I was like,
The fact that you're even thinking that you're easy to work with.
Resistant starch.
yeah,
But
that's the name of this episode. Resistance starts.
but you know what though, women that date me, it's always an upgrade though, like that, like
Quality.
you're gonna be upgraded. I'm gonna teach you.
So you like that? Your theme song should be that Beyonce.
I mean,
Let me upgrade up and up.
it's just kind of a.
Even though that may be true, I that definitely just would seem simpish.
What?
If that was your theme song, like
No, you
that
could
was-
be the Jay-Z part. I be that who infiltrated all the corporate dudes. They all got me.
I mean
they call
the
shots. I call all the booze. Jacob.
You think upgrading a woman is simpish?
no it's the facade. Like if it was the chorus, right? I'm gonna upgrade you. Let me upgrade you.
Well,
you know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes, of
like
course. That would be yeah.
Like if this was MySpace and you could have a theme song, what is hot? A theme song for your page. This air coming off. If it was, I just put my hand up and I'm like, what's burning? Thought I had magic. Anyway,
Watching too much Black Clover.
you know what I'm saying? But if that was if you went to a man's page and that was his theme song, his music playing, it would come off simpish.
We should
100%.
We should bring those back. You remember the MySpace days?
Those are good days, man.
Some things are meant to be left in the past.
I mean, true.
Some things are meant. You'll never recapture.
It would never work.
You'll never recapture it. Why do people do that? Why we have to leave things in the past. When you try to recapture the past, it never works.
That's true.
I mean, that's
about-
evident in like a lot of the movies that they try to remake.
and our relationships.
in our relationship.
I have had never tried to recapture an old flame and it worked.
That's true.
Never.
I've thought about, like, there's times where I've thought about it where I can see where there's situations where I've done something wrong.
Yeah.
But I'll go back to this particular person and they haven't changed.
Yeah.
So their mindset is still stuck on a year or two ago. You know, so it's like you know what? It's like, yes, it's you get caught up in the past because those feelings was like, man, you think about the good times, but those very strifing times are more prominent than anything. So it's always good to move on and not live in the past especially when it comes to dating, because there's a variety of people out there.
I think that a lot of it is going to be based on who is deciding to try to rekindle, and the main or the primary antagonist of the original dissolution. So if I was the one that decided to end things because she was the one that primarily was the one causing the issues, if I go back and she's changed, right? She still likes me. She still loves me. Like, she didn't leave me.
Yeah.
Then I could see something like that working, right? But if she didn't change, it's never going to work, right? You're just going back into the same situation. And even in the beginning, you had that initial connection, right? The sex maybe was good. Maybe there was good conversation. You guys like to travel. That may be good at first, but then as soon as something triggers that old trauma, right? The reason you left, I just went through it. I literally just went through it myself, right? Like, and it was just like, you haven't changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, let me give this a chance. I've changed a lot. Like, let me give this a shot, yada, yada, yada. And things were going good. And I'm like, listen, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Let's just be cool. Let's be friends. And once again, she was very masculine, just pushing up on me, constantly trying to move things forward. And I'm like, stop. And it never stopped. And I'm like, yo, listen, this is it. It's over. We're done.
She didn't listen.
Yeah, like, bro, like, you haven't changed.
Bro, there was this girl that I never, like, we were never in a relationship, but we were, like, I met her on either OkCupid or...
Ooh, this is old.
He took it back.
Yeah. Either OkCupid or one of those sites, and we matched and we met up before, and I saw her, I was like, ugh, I'm not really rocking out with her. But she was always on her weight journey, and because she's a little bigger than I wanted her to be. And
I remember.
But she was cool company. But then I will say
Was this out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That was before you.
Yeah, before you came here, before you moved.
Right. But was this the one that I met?
You never met her.
When I came? Oh, okay.
You've never met. No, I would not let anybody.
Oh, it was like that. You had to hide her.
I think we talked about her on the last podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, Chris, you never met her either?
I don't think I met her in person.
None of y'all was gonna meet her.
I think we talked about her.
Oh, this is one you had to hide.
Yeah, but
Hey, man, we all had them.
she was
No,
she was a
no.
cool person. It's just that she was bigger than she told me that she was. In her pictures, she took some angles. I'm like, oh,
You guys.
She got
I
it.
was like, this not too bad.
I mean, I can rock with
Then I saw her in person. I was just like, Respucia? Like, what is this? You know? But then I was like, you know what? The second time, you know, but she's gotten smaller. But man, man, she
Oh, I see what
she
you're saying.
she has a really good skill
Okay.
that I've never experienced in my life. And when she
They
performed,
typically do.
when she performed this particular skill, let's just say that I was just like, when you want me to come back over? You know what I mean? And it didn't work out, obviously.
That's
because she wanted more. And I was
that's
just
that Corey mentality.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
never going to work
Yeah,
out.
it's not. So I was just like, you know what? I'm a dead that. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Is it? Am I still talking
Yeah,
about
it's still
her?
you, man. We keep interrupting you, man. My bad.
Oh, what? Okay.
How is it like to date you? Because we did the simp.
You said that you said she'll be taken care of,
High quality,
but she has to
upgraded.
be really into you because you're difficult
very difficult.
You're difficult to work with.
I'm very direct,
Yeah.
and but I give it's like security too. I know what I'm talking about. So women like that, it's like they feel secure. What?
No, she said Mel got promoted to top G.
Mel got promoted to top chief.
That's what you said.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much it, man. You're gonna learn a lot. Your life is going to be different. It's gonna be altered. You're gonna have some. It's gonna be difficult. I'm difficult.
What about fun? Do you like to have fun?
No.
Like, how do you like to?
He
have
doesn't have fun.
You don't have fun in your
Chris doesn't believe in
relationship?
fun.
I don't believe in fun. It's a waste of time.
Fun is a waste of time.
Why should I spend my time having fun when I could be learning, reading?
I'm not really.
Nah, you capping a little
I
bit. Chris has
feel
fun.
you on some level. On some level.
I mean, he's joking, but he's not joking.
I have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think that fun has its time and place though.
Yeah, but I think that for all of us,
I'm not a fun
Our
person.
definition of fun is
You're not
different.
a fun guy.
I'm not a fun guy.
So
You're a fun guy.
You're not like Kawhi Leonard.
I'm not like you. You're a fun boy.
I like to have fun. I like to enjoy life, man. I like to go to comedy shows. I like to go to concerts.
You're the most fun out of all of us.
Definitely.
That's why I be trying to do stuff,
I
man.
think John is less fun than me though.
Yes.
John is. I can't even get the words out.
That's all, folks.
He is the least amount of fun.
John's the least amount. Then it's me. then
Except when
it's-
he's by himself. When he has fun by himself.
Yeah. He be
He be having.
cracking up.
Yeah. He be having all kinds of fun by himself, but around other people, he don't have no fun.
my favorite person to be around is me.
Like,
I have fun with myself. I be laughing to myself when I be walking down the street. People be looking at me crazy, but I be having fun.
somebody said, Chris, do you like laughing?
Do you
No.
like laughing?
It's a waste of muscle.
Cat. Everyone enjoys laughing.
I like to laugh, but I'm not a laughy, goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't know where the question is coming from, but if you're asking like, do I go out of my way to find things that are funny? No, it'd probably annoy me. Like Corey used to send me stuff before memes were memes. He would send me stuff. Hey, bro, look at this.
Bro, did you send him the thing that you sent me?
Yes.
Oh, man. Where the dude was like hyping up the girl.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I literally sat there and cried for like a good 5 minutes. I was just like, this
Yeah.
is hilarious.
And then he ended. He was like, "Yeah, man. All you
Yo,
gotta do is
all
just
these
tell
hoes
them
gonna love it."
Yeah, you gotta just tell them what they want to hear. They gonna be flocking."
Like,
He was
bro,
like, "Hey,
we
man, it's
still
still recording."
I'm
That shit had me in tears, man.
gonna see if I can put it in the chat
Oh, that
funny.
had me in tears, man. That was
so
so
y'all can
funny.
go check this out. This is hilarious.
Oh, man. I was just, because at first I was just like, why is Chris sending me this? I'm just like, why is not, because what he's talking about, because the dude who was reacting, he was shaking his head like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm just like, and I seen Chris like, I'm just like, why y'all?
I saw Chris liked it too, and I'm just like, "Bro, what? What?"
like, what?
I said, "Is somebody trolling?"
Yeah. And then at the end, I was just like, okay, this is funny. Chris is going to send it to y'all in the chat.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
That's what them dudes be doing, man.
They do, and they don't realize it. They just say it to get the likes, the clicks, and they get them. They get the attention, and then on the back end, they're like, "Nah, bro, I don't believe anything I just said." Just for the attention.
There
Men
y'all
like attention
go.
too.
Check that out, man. It's on Instagram, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
check it out. It's on Instagram. He gonna leave it in the chat. Let's see. The question is: do y'all believe once a cheater, always a cheater?
No, not even close.
I mean, nothing stays the same. Everything always changes.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
Here's the thing. Steve, did you want to go?
I mean, I pretty much. I mean,
that was you.
no, I mean, no. Once everything always changes. Nothing is ever the same. So anyone can change. If you look at my past and my history, I'm a completely different person,
Completely
right?
different.
I am not the perfect little bumblebee that some people think that I am. I'm not who I am today. I mean, I have done some things I'm not very proud of.
You're a savage.
I have been a savage. I've been known, but that's not who I am today. Like, so we're live. They can see that.
He's just talking.
So I don't believe that once a cheater, always a cheater. I think that someone could, if they want to, look at their situation and then realize maybe that wasn't the best thing for me to do. I probably hurt them, and I could do something different in the future, and they can change. So no, I don't believe that.
Stop lying. You're perfect.
Oh my God.
They love Steven, man.
Who? What they say?
I'm just saying, like, people love you. Yeah, cheating is a choice. You can always make a different decision. So, and also you got to think, like, men aren't as simple-minded as TV would try to make you like think. We do things intentionally. So, men will cheat because they multitude of reasons. But they sometimes men will cheat because they really aren't feeling old girl. Like sometimes a dude will cheat. Women will sometimes push men to a breaking point without even knowing it, which is why they be so oblivious why men cheat on them. But if you get cheated on a lot, you might want to do some introspective work.
I've never cheated, so it's kind of hard for me to say once a cheater, always cheated, because I can't put myself in the mindset of
You ever been cheated on?
Not
don't
to his
know.
knowledge.
I mean, the first chick that I was with when I was in high school, that's like my first love. She cheated on me with a white dude.
Why is it? Why is it? Why does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
No, you do okay. Technically,
You gonna cheat on me? Cheat on me with the
look,
brother.
No, here's the thing. You have to think about my mindset when I was 18 and where I
okay.
come from. I came from the hood, and so I just grew up around nothing but black dudes and black women, just black environment. And I mean, only white people that were predominantly in my life was teachers,
Okay.
and that's it. And so, a few students. But the chick that I was with, she had micro braids, and she was rocking out with me. And so I was this insecure dude. I was like, yo, give me your phone. Let me see your phone.
That's funny.
Yeah, you were like,
Oh yeah, I was just like, yo, let me see your phone. You know what I mean? And so I went through her phone. It's like, who is this? Who is this? and who is this dude? And then like the white dude that she
Why's it gotta be white?
because that's what she was like, oh, that's just some white dude. I was like, okay. And I skipped right past it.
Right.
Didn't think nothing of it.
Right, that's
Got him.
Didn't think nothing
Got
of it.
him.
And then it became like a moment in time where we were, trying to get back cool or whatever. We were still together. And then I was at her crib and she was going to the restroom and my phone had died. So I needed to call my mom to see what time the 43 come or whatever. And then I had her phone and then the dude, his name was Josh.
Why you remember his name?
Yeah. I remember. I
this must have
remember
been-
a lot of names though. I remember my first grade kindergarten teachers and all that. So that's just thing. And he was like, "Yo, I'm at your exit. Should I come through?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Yes," but I didn't text back fast enough. I was like, "Yeah, come through." He's like, "I missed your exit." And I was like, "Damn."
Mel, you, bro, you have come a long way.
Oh, trust me. That was my first time experiencing love. You know what I mean? And so my heart was like, it was shattered, man. But
But this is what happens. Now, the funny thing is you ain't become a savage because of it. Because, a lot of people will go through something like that and then they'll become, you know what I'm saying, heartless, emotionless.
what? Have I ever wondered what it's like to have a black boyfriend? No. Why? Why would I even think about that? That's, you know what I mean? I ain't on that. I ain't on that level. I mean, nah. A black. Okay. Or maybe you're saying from a woman's perspective, what's it like to have a black boyfriend? I don't know. But if you're talking about literally, no, never.
I think from a woman's perspective, we talking like a white woman. It's an upgrade. I mean,
Hey, man. You know what I mean?
you get the swag, you get the drip.
You know what I mean? That's how it was with when I was with Madison. She was like, she said that a lot of black guys, they would approach her, and that's why she became more attracted to some black dudes, because they would have confidence in approaching her, and a lot of these other dudes that were on the UC campus, they wouldn't talk to her.
They were nervous.
Yeah, she got a lot of attention from a lot of black dudes. Maybe because she had a fatty. but
Yeah.
that's
If you're a white girl, you build a certain way, you're going to get
thickness.
attention. And we don't care. We'll talk to anybody.
She had a little
I've
bubble on there.
noticed, and this is no shade to white dudes. It's just my interaction with white dudes. I noticed that they deal with like they're more self-conscious. I think all men are self-conscious at some point to some degree, but my white friends or people that I've interacted with, they seem to show it. I think we'll hide it more, But like the white dudes that I've interacted with in my life, they're like, they'll let you know they're self-conscious.
Yeah.
Like they'll say things like, "Yeah, bro, she's out of my league," and you know what I mean. And I'm like, I've never even had that thought. Like that thought has never even crossed my mind that a woman is outside of my, grasp.
Yeah.
There's women that I don't want.
We had this conversation before, I think.
Oh yeah, we did have this conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, you got a different opinion on it, don't you?
I don't agree. I don't know.
There's a woman out of your league, right?
I think
Steve said there's definitely women that are out of my league.
I mean, and Mel, you don't agree either. We had this conversation. Yeah, I am.
I'm me. What the fuck?
Right. Okay. So you.
I wake up and piss excellence.
I know. I think you were saying that that maybe there's. I don't know. I do remember, but I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. I think that. And maybe it is because of a level of self awareness, right? Which can be a gift and a curse, but also the ability to step outside of self and see who I am from outside of myself to a certain degree.
So do you think that there's some women who are more valuable than you?
I
don't think that any human is more valuable than another human. We're all humans.
Wait,
I think
you don't think that there's people that are less valuable?
Okay, I think values. I don't like that.
So you're equal to a bum.
In value?
Yeah.
On what? In what level? In what regard? I don't like this question.
I mean, it might be uncomfortable, but
well, I mean, you're okay. If you're
value is something that's tangible now. Let's not talk future. Let's not talk potential.
Right. So we're not saying that when we say value, we're not talking about, because I've been watching anime. So we're not saying if this person's less valuable, they just die. We have to remove them. Right.
Oh,
we're
my
not
God.
saying that.
No.
Okay. All right. So I can agree with that.
It's a spectrum.
I
Man.
think that I don't like that word either.
I know you.
I think that people in general, they do have value, and then some people do have less. So I would say yes to that.
There we go.
So are there women that present or offer more value than me in this world? I mean, I don't think that I have more value than every single woman out there. So my answer would be yes.
How do we determine a woman's value?
Oh boy.
Their attractiveness. How they present themselves. Are they feminine? Are they confident in who they are? Do they have the ability to support?
The way men value women and the way women value women is two different things.
Yeah. Right. So I'm saying this is what I value. So this is my perception of what I value in a woman. Those things are big. So I don't, like, for example, I'll be honest, right? Because this is what I do. If I'm on the sites, because I just opened them back up, right? I'm on dating sites. I just opened them.
You back in the streets.
I'm back in the streets.
Shout out, go find him.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Find me. But don't make my DMs too crazy. But you can come. But anyway, if I'm scrolling and I see a woman who is putting herself out there and everything on her page is travel, every single picture she's in a different country, right? If every picture, she's half dressed, or she's talking about her job a lot, or if she's like, whatever. It's unattractive to me, right? And some people may think, well, why? Because I don't look at it like, some people look at that. Certain men will look at that and find that attractive. Oh, she travels. Maybe she has money, right? Oh, she's got a good job. She works for, I don't know, Kraft Corporate. I don't know, right? She's a RN, or she's a, whatever. You see all these kind of jobs, like you see pilot, right? And they think, oh, she has money. And I
think like that.
Yes, they do.
Women have money?
Yes. Have you not talked to these women? They all look at their their profiles. You just talk to them. All guys are always trying to get us for money. All guys want for money.
Really?
Yes.
That's really weird.
Why do you think that they are the way they are? Right? This is we people in general adapt. So they will change to what they need to in order to survive and get through. This is why there was this thing that I saw that said that one of the reasons that dating is so hard is because women are changing or becoming the men that they want because they can't find the men that they want. So they're becoming them, right? So that's part of their adaptation. So they are becoming men that are showing they're flashy because men flash certain things because they want to show their status because women like a certain status. Women will show their looks, their beauty, how, they're I have kids or whatever because those are things men like. So we know what what the other person likes inherently, and we will present that, putting the best foot forward. But because in the dating market, right, the temperature of it, women are missing what they're looking for, and then because the natural adaptation of human nature, they then start becoming these things. So when I see that, right, I see masculine energy, which is unattractive to me. So the reason I find it so hard to date, it's not because there's not good-looking women, but I am not just looking at the pictures. I'm looking at where they're taken, are what they're saying. Is their profile talking about them, or is their profile only talking about the things that they don't want? I see a lot of that too. So it's like, well, I'm on your profile. I see your profile as a resume of you, right? Your profile is like who I am, and almost like a pick me, right? This is who I am. I'm giving myself it's a screenshot of me. But everything is on your profile talking about things you don't want. All I see is your trauma, right? So I find it very difficult to find these attractive women even attractive because I see the trauma just oozing off of them. So
the more fake a woman is, the more unattractive. So like
that too.
A lot of times these women, they just pretend like they're doing all this traveling. Like that's a real thing. People pretend. You know what I mean? Like they've learned how to be in their room, but it looks like they're on the beach. Like, how do you do that? But I agree with you, man. What's unattractive to me about the travel pictures and just showcasing a lifestyle, it's a facade.
It's not.
It's
a
facade. Even if that's what you do, it's a facade. It's not you.
This is once that you traveled 3 places and all your pictures are from travel 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Show me who you are.
You?
Who am I going to meet?
Right.
I'm not going to meet you on vacation. I'm not going to meet you with you under the water. I'm not going to meet you all these places.
Right.
I also see travel because you see it all the time. Oh, what's something I want to do this year? Travel. I see that. And this is a Steven thing, and maybe this is one of my little quirks, but I see that, and I see that as take me traveling. That's how I see it.
Sure. Depends on the girl, right? But
I mean, of course.
a lot of women will take themselves traveling.
I mean, I would see that also as, okay, what else can I do for you that you haven't already done for yourself?
Okay, yeah.
Because men, or at least me personally, I know we like to create first experiences or have these experiences that are brand new with our significant other. And so if you've already went skydiving or been to Dubai and been to all these other extravagant events, it's like, damn, okay, what's something that I can do with you that hasn't been done with someone else or that you haven't already done, So
it's not attractive.
yeah, it's like a different layer of, I guess, insecurity that will occur. Like, damn, now.
I don't even think it's insecurity, Mel.
Well, I was trying to find the word for it, but I couldn't.
I know what you're saying, but I don't know what the word is either. Particularly, I'm sure it'll come to us, but it's not insecurity. It's unattractive.
Men don't want women that are well traveled, like really knowledge, like has a lot of knowledge around many different topics. It sounds the word, I don't even know we're allowed to say that word. You know the word.
I mean, it's very masculine. Here's the thing. I don't mind a woman having knowledge, right? But what I don't like is that a lot of times they will use that to get a leg up.
They'll display it
Right.
all the time.
It'll be like it will be used as a weapon. Yeah. Like, no, you're not that smart. I'm smarter than you. Like, bro, we're not in competition, right? Women want leaders, period. They want leaders. And we see this in life. Now, whether you are a leader yourself and you want an equal, you still want a leader. Or you are still young in life and you want someone ahead of you, you want a leader. So, and no matter what, now, of course, there is the exception, which there are women that do want non-leaders because they want to lead and they want a beta. and that's okay, right? They're out there.
Yeah.
But inherently speaking, in a general way, women want leaders, and now whether now they will want to lead sometimes, right? And whatever, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that, right? But they do want leaders. No one wants someone who cannot help them get to the next level. And what I see is if I'm supposed to be leading us, and you have done all this stuff, you've done all these things, then I do, and which I don't have a problem with, but it's when you display it and you throw it in my face like, well, show me something different. Well, I haven't done all these last 10 things. What do you mean show you something different? You need somebody else. This isn't for me. And that is, and it's so perfect that we come to this, because that is the reason that the last girl that I was talking to, we stopped talking. Because we were out, we were downtown, and my GPS wasn't working. I was trying to get back to the car, and she was like, "Give me your phone. Like, you're never downtown. You don't understand city life. You don't know how to navigate these streets." I'm just like, hold on a second. First of all, I'm about to cuss, but I'm not going to, right? Because we live.
Man, fuck that.
Nah, man, it ain't me.
Chris Borson.
Nah, man, but that's fun. But it made me so upset, and it's just like, first of all, you don't know me. Like I lived in New York. I've grown up in the city. I'm from Cincinnati. Like I've lived in the streets. Like, what you mean I don't know the city? My GPS is acting up and it's spinning me, but I'm still intuitive. And guess what? With my GPS not working, I still got it. I was moving in the right direction, right? And then eventually the car was right across the street.
I'd have been lost. I'd have been like, oh, yeah, you got it.
No, I mean, I figured, I assumed we were moving in the right direction, but I was getting frustrated because of, right? And then when we're in the car, because women love good communicators, women love men with emotional intelligence until they get a man who then does communicate and who does express himself and shows his emotional intelligence. So we're in the car and I turn the music up and we're just chilling, whatever. She knows I'm upset, right? And then while we're driving, I'm literally like, okay, breathe, right? So I'm doing a breathing exercise while I'm driving.
Fuming.
Huh?
The windshield's fuming, like it's getting hot.
I mean, you know
turn
what
the
I'm
AC
saying?
up.
I had to turn the AC up to defrost the wind.
Defog the
You know what I'm
windshield.
saying? So I'm fuming. And while I'm sitting there, I'm gathering myself and I'm like, how do I feel? Right? What is it that I actually feel? Am I upset because she did something to make me upset and it's a trigger for me? Or am I upset because other things, right? And then as I was sitting there thinking, I realized that it has been a culmination of things, right? As Chris stated, that women don't realize that things will add up. Little things add up. Men don't forget. And this was the straw that broke the camel's back. And it was, and I very calmly expressed to myself how I felt. I didn't like the way that she always felt like she was pulling me along, like it. I expressed myself very calmly, very clearly, and I made sure I spoke about myself, how I felt, and what I was doing in the situation. And I wasn't rude to her. Like, you always do this, you always do that.
I can't see you speaking rudely to a woman like that.
I
know you. I know it's possible.
Yeah,
but
I find it. Through
you have
my
an even temperament.
Well, that's
I know I can
that's learned.
A new Steven.
That's new Steve.
That's,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, I've never seen you with a woman, like
okay.
as far as like
Yeah, that's
engaging
true.
in.
But I mean, just in general, like I spoke about how I felt, how the actions made me feel, but I was never blaming, I was never accusing, it wasn't anything.
Do you like smart women?
Yeah,
I like intelligent women. Yes.
yeah. Would smart and intelligent be saying the same thing?
That question is, I think, based on what I said when I said men don't like women who are knowledgeable about a lot of things. It's not the knowledge itself; it's how the knowledge is applied when you're dating and when you're interacting. Men love women that can be resourceful and add to.
Yeah.
It's how you handle it. So what happens in modern time is, because women are, in this masculine frame, they're not tactful for how they, use that information. Now, it's not something that I personally deal with, but I'm just speaking for men generally, because I'm really trying to, if there, if we have women watching, or if women are looking to
both.
understand men better. I'm trying to speak generally. These are not necessarily like my experiences or my opinions, because I don't even a woman that would do that wouldn't be on my radar. Like I wouldn't spend time.
That did what I did, or that what I went through.
I mean, yeah, basically, she would have got filtered out.
Well, I did filter out her before,
Right.
but once again, I let her back, right? Which is why I said that. But then I realized she never changed. So then I put a boundary and said, "Listen, I don't want to date. We can just be friends. We can be cool because I think that we have good interactions, but on a friendly level."
But see, this goes back to the conversation we had a couple pods ago when I was saying men and women, there's not as much value to a man to have a female friend as it is for a female to have a male friend.
I would agree with that. But there was value because at the time I wasn't seeing anybody and I started to feel more alone.
Okay.
And I
feminine energy.
wanted some sort of feminine connection, right? Interaction. But she was masculine. So which I was like, oh, this doesn't work. So it really frustrated me. Somebody made a comment. They said, I believe that
I like a smart woman.
no, that's not what I.
Well,
I believe you should lead and let the other lead if it is their strength and not yours, which I absolutely agree with. In my situation, it was not her strength. She was what she was thinking was, I work in Dallas, I work in the city, I know how to read these maps. And I'm just like, no, you don't understand. It has nothing to do with reading the map. The map's not working. So then instead of the map working, it then became my strength to use my experience and my intuition to get us to the car. And guess what? It worked. And we didn't miss a turn. So, but I do believe that. Yeah, I think that if for example, if this woman I'm dating has experience in a particular top or subject, and she's like, well, let me do this, and she would do it better than me, I'll let her run it. Right. And I don't have a problem with that. Right. Especially if this is what you do. It's another example. If I was dating a woman who's a photographer, okay, and she has been doing photos for 10 years professionally, and I have been doing them professionally now for 2 years, right? She's going to have a lot of experience. I look at her work and I'm like, I love your work, yada, yada, yada. If we go do a shoot together and she's like, let me do the shoot. Like, you watch how I run things. You watch how I pose them, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to say, absolutely. I don't mind following you in this. I don't have to be the man and say, no, you follow me, right? Just because you're my girlfriend, like, yada, yada, yada. No, you lead. Like, I will learn from you. But then when we get back home, you know what I'm saying? Daddy's in charge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was in a relationship with a woman who was very intelligent. I thought she was very smart as well. And when it comes to directions and like, what's that? Is that geographical? Is that what it's called? Geographical
Directions, yes.
Yeah. So I'm not the greatest with that. And so when we're on trips and stuff,
Go ahead and let this trauma out, man. Go ahead, let it spill out.
oh, it's not trauma.
No, this ain't true.
This ain't trauma at all.
I was just.
I'm just like, hey, you got it. You got this. You want to plan trips and all that? Go ahead. Whatever you want to do, let's do it. I'm all for it. So in those situations, I'm just like, this is not my area of expertise. I can input whenever I feel it's necessary. But if this is something that you've done all your life, I'm going to let you do that.
Let her do her thing.
You know what I mean? It's like if I watch anime and you trying to tell me what anime I should watch and you ain't never watched it, I'm gonna be like, hey, cuz I'm gonna need you to fall back. You know what I mean? I ain't watching no Bo. You know what I mean? We watching DBZ. You know what I mean? This is what it is. The good quality. You know what I
But
mean?
you know that there's a lot of men that can't do that.
We'll do what? Watch anime?
No.
Allow women to lead.
Oh, I mean, you gotta the thing is, like, you gotta allow people to do what they're good at.
Right.
Now, there's a difference between allowing someone to lead and then allowing someone to make you feel as if you're insignificant and your value is just not
different.
there,
That's
or they're
different.
looking down on you. Like, because a lot of people, when they're in the position of having a lot of knowledge, they feel like they're just superior.
They feel better.
Yep.
Yeah, they're better than you, and
sick
you don't
pride.
know enough. And that's just like, you need to watch it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm still a man. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm still a grown ass man. You know what I mean? I go to the gym 5 days a week.
There's 2 points I want to make. First, I think you brought it like it's important for a man to know his weaknesses. That's very important. What did you say? You're saying that
having knowing when to fall back and then being talked down to, or make them feel like they're more superior, and having more knowledge about a particular subject. Because we get into those situations where we know which this isn't my area of expertise. Just allow this person to flourish and to show their worth, because you want to be respected. You don't want to feel disrespected. You know, and in any relationship, you don't want to feel disrespected. And once that boundary gets crossed, that someone is looking down on you, you immediately start to lose whatever feelings that you start to have towards this person.
Right.
So I think it's very important to know the level of knowledge that you have about a particular situation, and encourage them like, hey, you know, but don't talk down to me about something if I'm not knowledgeable about, if I'm not well versed in a particular situation.
And I think,
hold on, Steve.
I was giving his thought back.
And I wanted to say that simplicity. So you know, people look at knowledge as, you know, being up here, and if you're simple or simple-minded, you're down here. But being somebody who a lot of people would look at as a very knowledgeable person, I actually appreciate simple-minded people, and not simple-minded in like
Third.
you know what I mean? Like you're an idiot or something. Yeah. Just meaning that you don't have all these extra processes when you analyze things. It's like white, black, up, down, left, right. Like it's all very simple.
Yeah.
Because simplicity is typically where you're gonna find the correct answer. Like when it comes to health, your relationships, finances, the more simplistic your solution is, the more efficient it is. It's easier to teach it. It's easier to understand, grasp simple concepts. That's why people will say, explain it to me like I'm 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there is intrinsic value in simple-minded people. Once again, not idiots, but people.
I mean, Steve Jobs even talks about that. That's the reason why he made the iPhone what it was. He had one thing that had the music, it had the phone, all in one thing. It got rid of this particular menu because it's simple. You don't have all these different buttons that you have to figure out to navigate towards.
some of them new phones, they were crazy.
Yeah, man. They have so many different gadgets and different things. But once you create something that's simple, like, okay, this is easy. So you make a really good point when you bring that up.
That actually works in business too. When you start a business, I see a lot of businesses fail because they have all these ideas. Maybe they have 5 major ideas that they want to do, and they want to launch with all 5 ideas, which makes sense. They're all good ideas. But it's like when you're building a business, you can't do 5 things at once. You need to figure out how to be the best at the one thing, right? You want to be simple in your approach, and then you slowly add. I think Facebook has gotten absolutely ridiculous. I think Facebook could take a page out of maybe Steve Jobs' book and simplify. It's
The meta and all that.
Bro, it's to the point where you literally like take a class to learn how to use Facebook.
Yeah.
Like seriously, when we're talking like the business side of Facebook, it's absurd.
It is. It really is complicated. You have to connect your Instagram with it, because when I'm trying to connect the IG with the Meta, I'm just like, okay, I did this, but it's still not working. I'm just like, bro, this is way too complicated, man. Yeah, I agree that.
They've gotten too big for their britches.
Wait, I'm just like, bro. We never got into how it's like to date you, Steven.
I mean,
how is it like?
Now we about to get into the simping. Come on now.
wow.
Come on now.
Go ahead, sipping, Steven.
You don't have to do anything. I'll cook.
I'll cook for you.
I'll make sure that you're comfortable. What is your favorite scent? I'm gonna make sure the room smells the way you want.
Girl, what candle you like?
What kind of music do you? Steve. My bad. Go ahead. And it's all facts.
How is it like dating you, Steven?
Women love dating Steven. Let's say that.
Go ahead, Steven. How is it like dating you? That's why he had that girl.
Yeah, that's why she was hooked like that.
Man, yeah, that's true. I took care of her.
We're like opposites
Yeah,
when
we
it comes
are.
to dating.
I sent that girl. I sent her coffee through Uber Eats every day. I took her
Every day?
Well, this was when we were first dating. But yes,
He was digging her.
we were dating. Like we were dating and like dating.
Oh, okay.
I was getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was giving me things, so I was making sure she was taken care of. She was taking care of my needs. What is it like dating me? I would say that overall, I think that it's very difficult to say now because I don't have as much experience because I'm a very different person. But I would say overall, it is a learning experience. I think that a woman on the other side would say that I am honest. I think that they would say that I am a pleasure to be around. I am a gentleman, and
You open doors?
sometimes I'm not a car door. I'm not opening a car door. It's just I don't know. It's open your car door. I don't know.
Mel's a car door opener.
Are you a car door opener?
I'll open their door when they're getting in.
This a consistent thing?
Yeah. I mean, I do that.
He's a car door.
I do that with
He's a car door
my
opener.
just women in general.
I don't
like
I don't
if
have
my mom is. I will open the door for my mom.
I don't have a problem with it, right? I am chivalrous, right? But that doesn't mean chivalrous doesn't mean I need to open your door, right? Chivalry was a thing years before cars were even around. So
And before doors was around.
before doors were around. So I don't think that nothing against.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's something I do.
I just wanted to express it. You know what I'm saying? I
It's all
wasn't.
good.
Yeah.
It's-
But overall, like I do other things that they don't realize.
Well,
that are
sending
being
coffee
done.
and making sure that her favorite scent.
Sending
These are all-
coffee,
these
right?
are all-
We went to. I mean, I just used this last person because, right? When we went out for your birthday, right? We went to go eat at that restaurant, right? I found out like 3 days prior she worked in that building, right? And I ended up going and getting her a candle and taking it to her. And we were literally just friends. We just reconnected probably 2 weeks prior. And I'm just like, you know what? This would be a nice little gift. Like, you know, it'd be cool, right? I had no intention of trying to talk to her, anything like that, right? Got her a candle, dropped off. She wasn't there, dropped it off, put a little note in it, boom. You know what I'm
Steve's
saying?
very thoughtful. People got to beg me for flowers.
I've taken flowers on first dates. I have.
Now I think first dates is a little extreme.
Well, the reason there was it's not that
it's extreme.
I'm extreme, but it's not a consistent thing. I've done it twice, right? And I didn't see a better outcome doing it, not doing it. So it almost is like, what's the point?
As long a woman cares nowadays, women care about how you look.
Yeah. If she likes you, it'll be flowers are great. If she doesn't like you, the flowers don't
nothing
mean
you can
nothing.
do.
Doesn't help you. If she's not interested in you, doesn't help you. You can send her a limo, doesn't help you. A car doesn't help you. If she doesn't like you, it's not gonna help.
Right.
But
if she likes you and you don't do anything, it's not going to hurt you.
right. So this girl in particular that I took out, I was doing a photo shoot and I had her meet me at the photo shoot place because I was going to do photos for her. After that, we went to go eat, and then we were supposed to go to an arcade after that. I also brought flowers.
3 dates.
I also brought I really liked this girl.
One date was 3 dates.
I really liked her.
You brought her flowers again?
No, this is the first, and that's all one day. One
You
date.
got her. You brought her flowers.
2 sets of flowers?
You brought her flowers when y'all met,
And you
then
bought
you
flowers
surprised
at
her
the
with flowers. Okay.
Like, I know I got you some. Hey, here's some boy. I got you,
Some
girl.
more.
No.
You a gentleman. Or a florist. One of them.
No, it was 2 separate women. I brought
On the same day?
No,
Oh, different days. Oh, got you. Okay.
there's 2 completely different women.
No, you got to keep up, man.
Okay.
So anyway, she nothing happened with that, and I went way above and beyond. Like
I think I remember.
Let's
Yeah,
see when
Because
we
you
went
were
to the
very
movies, right?
excited about
Yes.
her.
I think we went to movies, all right?
And I tried to tell you, just you know what I'm saying, because this is when you're new. Well, you're still new back.
Yeah,
to
this
date.
is when I was
But
back.
this is when you were
new.
back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, Steve. I'm like, yo, Steve, man. Don't
I had
do
the flowers right down here, and Chris was like, "Oh, flowers again?" Because I was seeing this little Mexican shorty, and then I took her flowers because we went to go to have dinner for like Thanksgiving. I met her mom and her dad and everything. I wasn't supposed to.
First day.
It was not a first.
Met
this
the
wasn't-
mom, met the
This
family.
wasn't. No.
Met the family. Like, yo, I'm Steve. I'm gonna be seeing your daughter.
I'll be seeing y'all for
I'll
a
be
while.
seeing y'all for a minute. I know we just met. We've been talking on Tinder for about a week. You know what I mean? She swiped right on me. Saying I did.
First of all, it wasn't and it wasn't a first date. This wasn't a first date. But I took her. This was like the second. So, but I took her flowers, and I wasn't expecting to meet her parents. They just happened to be there when I went to pick her up.
They're like, who is this nigga?
Yeah, she was supposed to meet me outside, but then she was like, "Do you want to come in?" I'm just like, "Oh, sure." And I got these flowers with me too. So her mom's like, "Oh my God, like this is so nice. No one's ever done this for my daughter." And I felt so bad because like I was feeling her, but like I wasn't really feeling her like anymore.
You once you met her.
Well, no, this was not a first date. So I already met her, but then I started to get to know her. Right, we started to hang out a little bit more, and I was like, I don't like this. And I felt bad because she still had the flowers at her house, and she was like, "Oh, my mom still has the flowers." Da, 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 da. Right. So, I do things like that. I'm very thoughtful. Now, conversely, right. So the opposite side of this, the shadow side of this, is that I'm honest. So if I'm no longer interested, I'm going to tell you. And then sometimes it may seem abrupt for them. Not that it is abrupt, but a lot of times when you get like caught up and you get used to the gifts, you get used to the attention, the time, then when someone says something like, "Hey, I don't like when you do this," then it doesn't click for them. Like, "Hey, he's losing interest in me," right? When I say certain things, because I'll say something, but then I'll still be the nice person that I am or the kind person that I am. That's never going to change. But it's just like, well, just because I'm still doing X, Y, Z, because I pick you up and take you to the movies, doesn't mean that I didn't like what you did and I want you to make some adjustments, right? So then it can almost seem like, so a woman may say that, "Oh, Stephen can cut people off." Like, no, I don't. Like, number one, I have expressed how I felt because that's what I do.
You don't ghost.
No, I don't go. I don't know. And funny thing is, I'm pretty sure it was Chris who told me, "Nah, you just go ahead and ghost them," right? Because that's what they do to us. That's the climate of the world today.
I did say that,
Okay.
but I want to clarify because ghosting means something very specific.
Okay, let's go ahead and break it down.
What I actually said was just let the conversation die out.
Okay, that's
You know what I'm saying? Ghosting is you take somebody on a date or whatever, you have a marvelous time, right? Hey, it was great meeting you. I look forward to getting to know you better. I'll talk to you later. Text me when you get home. And they text you, and then you don't respond.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And then they text you the next day. Hey, just thinking about you. How's your day? You don't respond. And then 3 days go by, and a week goes by, and you never respond again. That's ghosting.
yeah. Okay. So I don't ghost, but I think that letting the conversation fizzle. But I don't even like to necessarily do that. It has happened, but I always feel a little weird about it. It just feels weird to me. But I am a person who I've learned to set boundaries. So I will say, listen, you know what? I know we've been going out. I appreciate it, yada, 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 but I don't think it's working anymore. And, and I'll explain. And even for people that don't necessarily deserve an explanation because it's like, we ain't been talking that long or whatever, which I've been working on because sometimes I over-explain. But that's my own insecurity. But at least I know that. But I don't just leave them hanging. So they can say that I sometimes do that. A woman could also say that I flirt with too many women. Like I flirt with other women. And the unfortunate...
You cheated on me!
Right. I mean, well, that was with my
cheating
last
on your dates,
relationship.
You can't be
No,
cheating
my
on
last
girls
relationship,
right
she
in front
just
of
thought
their
that everything was cheating. I all I did was cheat on her, right? Because I had friends, I had female friends. I was single forever before she came along, right? Now, that doesn't mean I was out here running around and
You're
having
supposed
sex
to get
with
rid
them.
of them. You're supposed to get rid of them female friends when she come into the picture.
They're literally friends. I lived with a woman, like we were roommates.
Oh, well,
Like,
y'all were sleeping together then.
We live with a woman too.
which is not true. We weren't sleeping together. You've lived with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Were you sleeping with her? Okay, there you go. Stop trying to play me.
She told me she was a virgin.
So,
She told me she was a virgin.
Don't try to
I
play
was a
me.
virgin at the time.
so
I was responding to what you were saying from the standpoint of
Oh, yeah. I'm sleeping with everybody. So, and the thing is that there's a difference between my personality. You like me because of my personality, right? The reason that you are attracted to me is because you were attracted to me. There was something about me, my mystique, right? The way that I talk or the energy that I put off is attractive to you. It's not just attractive to you, it's attractive to other people also. So, and not just that, I'm really genuinely a kind person. I have a good heart. Like, I tell people I love them. Like, because I do, right? And people hear, oh, I love you, and they think that, oh, I want to fuck you. And it's like, bro, no. Like, I know I love you because you support me. I love you because I want to give you love, because that is what I'm supposed to do. That doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. Doesn't mean I want to date you. Doesn't mean I want anything from you. But I really appreciate you, so I love you. So so I'm not going to change who I am to appease someone's insecurity. So they feel. So I've dated women that have said or been in relationships where, like, you just flirt with everybody. It's like, I'm not flirting. Like, this is me. This is who I am. You have to understand the difference between me flirting and me just being me and having a personality.
You are very flirtatious. I know exactly what they're talking about. The thing that I wanted you to understand, especially at that time when you was talking to these girls, you have to allow time for a woman to earn that from you, which is the hard part for you because you naturally want to give it. But it's unfortunate. It's just the climate that we're in.
I agree with that, but that's the thing, because I don't want to have to do that.
I know you want to just, and you shouldn't have to.
Right.
But the climate we're in is, we were talking about it earlier. These women are on these dating apps with 99 plus likes.
99 likes, 99 plus.
So with 99 plus likes, of course you're bringing her gifts on the first date. Of course you're, getting doors and stuff. Of course, because I'm 99 plus likes on Tinder and Hinge. And it's like, in general, this is men and women, when we don't have to earn something, we don't value it as much.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for someone to value something that was given to them, or something that's always been there, that they didn't have to work for. It's possible, but I'm saying that's the exception to the rule. Most people do not value things that come easy.
Yeah, that's true. Did you add something to that, Mel?
No, I'm about to say we can answer a few more questions, then we can wrap up.
Yeah, that's cool. But anyway, before we go on, that is what it's like to date me. And I just need someone who's understanding, right? Because I'm going to be me. I'm not going to change who I am. But you have to understand the difference between me flirting and me being Steven. And that's always going to be the case. Now, I'll temper that a little bit, right? If I understand you. Okay.
Well, you don't need to be, I mean, that's
Is that people pleasing still? I mean, I don't want someone insecure. I need someone that's confident.
Because if let's say the roles were reversed and I was dating a girl that was quote unquote flirtatious, I would already know that's how she is, because
that's how I met you.
Right, that's how I met you. I'm observant, and that wouldn't make me insecure. You're with me, so you don't really want an insecure woman. I think if you can have that conversation one time and then that's the end of it, that's cool. But if it's like an ongoing thing, do you really want that anyway?
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
All right, let's see. Someone asked, Steven, are you a jealous guy?
No. I am.
Really?
No, matter of fact, I would, for my ex-wife, I'd send her money, go out.
Oh yeah, he lets he okay with like his
me
girl
and Joy,
dancing.
You
with,
know what I'm saying? We used to go out to Western Hall. I'd send her dance and go dance. I'd give her money. Go
ask
dance.
Mel that same question, chat.
They already know. We ain't talked about this. We already talked about this.
Ask Mel.
Ask Chris.
Ask Mel.
Ask
Well,
Chris.
Chris's answer is my answer.
Huh?
Chris's answer is my answer. No.
I'm not a jealous guy.
Oh, wow!
I'm not a jealous guy.
You're gonna
We're
sit here and just
gonna
lie? We gonna just lie? That's what we doing?
We just gonna bold face lie.
Sit down. What we gonna lie?
I've had conversations with my girls who's like, you don't even get jealous when they do this. I've literally had conversations with my girlfriends saying, like, I don't even show any emotions or anything when it comes to the topic they talk about. Jealous? What the fuck I'm gonna be jealous about? I'm me. Why would I be jealous? Why would I have
you-
anything to
you-
be jealous of?
It's-
in what capacity?
Mel, just the last when we did the episode about the girl going on stage with Chris Brown.
That's disrespecting my relationship.
Okay.
That's not being jealous. I don't want my woman to have sexual encounters and being touched on by another person. That's not being jealous. That's having boundaries. That's not what I want in my relationship. If you're okay with that, fine. But jealous is just like, I don't like it when you do this. It makes me feel insecure. It makes me feel a particular way.
I think that when we're talking about relationships, because I think that you defined that properly, but I think that when we're talking about relationships, that's what people are talking about.
Allowing another person to touch on your woman is disrespectful.
If
If you're in a committed relationship and there's things that you already know in your relationship, allowing another entity to touch you sexually in any kind of capacity is disrespectful. That's not jealousy.
I understand, and I think that technically you're correct. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I don't think when they ask this question, we can ask them if that's what they meant, but I don't think that's what they meant. When people are talking about relationships and saying, "Are you jealous?" Will you allow your girlfriend to go out with males?
To go out
To go out drinking with other guys?
enjoy yourself. If I'm with a woman, I know that she has my best interest. Period. But touching and all that, no, it's not happening. Like,
What about like if they're buddy, like chummy? So not like
that's fine. I have female friends that
not sexually touching, but like like
they're just like, ha ha ha. I
putting
mean,
your arm around her.
it's not sexual. It's not doing anything that's disrespecting
So
our
as
relationship.
long as it's not like twerking on them, dancing on them, or touching, private areas or kissing, you're fine.
It's okay. I have
Okay,
zero
maybe you're
issue
not
with that.
jealous then.
All right, respect.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
you're
give me
not
my motherfucking apology.
I have
nigga.
already.
Oh, both of you niggas. Oh, y'all motherfuckers. Y'all made a big old uproar talking about, you just came up here.
Hey, first of all, take all that damn bass out your voice. First
Nigga,
of
y'all
all,
the ones who came up talking about I'm jealous. Nigga, nah. I'm me.
I mean,
I can never be jealous.
you are
Fuck that.
hype.
still jealous.
Yeah, you still jealous.
Based on your definition, I give it to you. What else we got?
No, I'm just saying, cause I've been, in the past, there's been like going through phones and all that stuff. Nigga, I'm too old for that. I'm way past that point. It's not happening. You know?
It's true that. I mean, when I look at you, I always look at you holistically. You know what I'm saying? My experience.
You've known me since I was like 13, 14.
Yeah, I know. So it's,
So it's just like, yo, I'm like we got 3 decades, man.
and you've grown a lot recently too. Like within the past 10 years, your development has been exponential. So it's like,
Hey man, I try to be go-home.
you were
man.
jealous most of the times I knew you, and now you're not. What other questions they have?
I don't know. Y'all got any more questions before we
Oh,
wrap?
I thought you already had questions in there.
No, there was just plethora. Let's see.
Yeah, we got places to be, people to see.
We got places to be, people to see.
things to do.
They're talking to each other.
Melody's anger management.
I need anger management. Hey, that's not the thing. Is that's not even anger. That's just me expressing myself. I have zero anger in my heart.
Passionate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I have zero anger in me.
It's funny because when women come to our house, it's like, somebody will be dating somebody new and they don't know us and they'll hear us going back and forth like that. They think we're arguing. They think that we're fighting.
I'm like, nigga, that's just the way we talk. You know what I mean? I'm not angry. I have zero anger in me. You know what I mean? If I'm angry, you would know. Because I was, you know what I mean? I start punching stuff. But
We very rarely argue and fight.
yeah, it's like, I think I'm past that phase in my life where, like, I'll engage passionately and speak loudly, but just because I'm loud doesn't mean I'm angry. And that's a lot of, like, a thing that, I guess, a situation, like, if I'm talking to, like, an ex-girlfriend, when I was talking to a girlfriend at the time, and I'm speaking passionately about a subject, to be like, you don't have to be so upset. I'm not upset at all. I said I'm perfectly calm.
But see, this goes back to my original statement. As a woman dates you, she should be getting to know you. She should be able to adapt and understand, okay, this is just how Mel is. Like, he's not yelling, he's not. But it's like, and once again, let me say this too. I'm not saying all women are like this. I'm saying holistically, the women that I have encountered, they don't seem to they're just not in. They're not tuned into you as a man. They
Cash
really
App?
are.
Somebody asked for it.
For your Cash App?
I mean, that's what the message says.
When somebody asks for your Cash App, you give it. You don't ask questions.
I think it's our Cash App, not your Cash
And
App.
ain't nobody asked for our Cash App. They said Steven.
Steven, what's your Cash App? Somebody could have
message
asked for
says.
my Cash App. I don't know.
All right, whatever. Shit, go ahead. Get your money.
Oh, what?
You know you getting money.
wait,
That's the
are you,
only
whoa, Mel, you jealous?
Huh?
You jealous?
Of what?
Nobody asked for your Cash App?
I don't have a Cash App.
Oh, okay. That doesn't mean anything. Are you jealous?
I was against.
Why
Cash
would I
App.
be? Jealousy doesn't exist in me. Hey, you trying to fight? You trying to fight, Gus?
Oh, so now you get
Yeah,
angry.
I'm angry now.
Anger doesn't exist in my heart.
Anger doesn't exist in my heart. What Cash App? Nigga, let's fight. Okay. All right, y'all. We're leaving. That's it. Y'all ain't got no more questions. Hey, we enjoyed it. Can y'all do us a favor? Like this video. Share
Yeah,
it.
get them likes up, man. We only got 7 likes, man.
Yeah, we got 7 likes. If y'all can do us a favor, just
likes
like this
up,
video.
man.
Subscribe if you're new to the
Get that
channel.
like up.
I just clicked like. You're not even in there.
And yeah, we'll do some more lives.
Artificial likes in there.
We'll do some more lives and have more
Y'all let us know if
different
you enjoyed
topics.
the live and then maybe
If y'all enjoyed the live, you know what I mean, we'll do more. You know. So
Otherwise, we ain't doing it.
otherwise, we ain't rocking
We're
out.
not doing
You know
that.
what I mean,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
feel me? But yeah, peace and love, you all. We appreciate you all. I am Animated Mel, Chris James, Stephen Michael. We are the application of knowledge, and we will see you beautiful people next time.
Peace.
Bye bye.